season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here comes the Tennessee offense, and you see Ryan Tannehill leading them out.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill sliding out of the pocket. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Here's Tannehill. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Back to throw, Tannehill.
That's complete to Traylon Burks.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That third down conversion good for 23. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 14 carries, 70 yards.
And simply put, partner, we're witnessing one of the best offensive players in the league so far this season. What he's been doing has him second in rushing across the NFL, and the top spot is clearly in sight. He's confident. His blockers are confident. He's having a heck of a year.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Now Tannehill. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Tannehill now to throw. And finding the tight end, Hooper.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And that will be incomplete. On 4th down, Mike Vrabel says, let's get 3 out of this. He sends on the field goal unit. This will be from 49 yards out. And his kick here is good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now it's Burrow.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
And that's complete to the tight end, Devin Asiasi.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 41-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
But just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And he remains perfect on this opening drive. Charles now 5 of 5 and another first down to work with.
He's like one of those great shooters in basketball that has his rhythm, has his confidence. He doesn't think anything is going to miss right now. As far as he's concerned, he's going to be perfect the entire game, and who's to say that it won't happen the way he's throwing it right now.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The numbers for Mixon last week, 19 carries, 93 yards, and a score.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they've built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. On 3rd down, Burrow.
That's complete right side to Asiasi. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
Touchdown, Bengals!
Joe Mixon,
his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Bengals have taken the lead.
Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Here's Tannehill.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to mix it.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Here we go. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. This is caught. Touchdown. T. Higgins from 21 yards away as his guys are able to extend their lead. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner.
And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes, too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right,
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
They called the corner blitz, and Roger McCreary, he got in there and earned the sack. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack.
Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Now it's Burrow.
Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal.
From the right hash, this from 45 yards away.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
The Titans at 4-6 now on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And the tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tannehill. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down. Now Burrow. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. This is Mixon on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
His throw caught at about the 5. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Here's Burrow. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. 2nd down and goal. Burrow. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from Tyler Boyd. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Running the slant, that's Hooper.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now another timeout called for by the offense. On first down, Tannehill, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And his kick is indeed good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman from our Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon,
Coach. Thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That's caught over the middle by Asiasi.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
1st down. Here's Burrow.
He'll find his tight end here, Asiasi.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now Burrow on 1st down.
Open man is Asiasi, the tight end.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow, and he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. He continues to deliver a 1st down here. He had 4 catches in the 1st half, and this one number 5.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Mixon fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Mixon again.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Tennessee Titan.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
On 2nd down, here's Henry.
On the move past the 40. He's still on his feet. 52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Tannehill. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
7-yard gain.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Titans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Burrow over the middle. That's caught by Chase.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Got a man open. It's Chase.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 43. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on second down. Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 14. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left. He tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll give it to Mixon. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bengals are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Tennessee offense set to go again. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Tannehill on first down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. On first down, it's Tannehill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Mixon. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game.